This is Gio.
And this is Frank.
And we're going to show you how to put together an Elysium Mosaic rack. When you receive your grid rack, it's going to come on a pallet with 7 boxes. It includes all the mosaics, including the hardware and the grids on the pallet. This is how it's supposed to look like.
This is the box that the grid actually comes in. I will be opening it up and laying it out so you can see exactly how it comes in. So as you can see, you get a total of 4 grids.
In this box, you will find the top cover, base, and casters. Let's open it up. This goes on the bottom portion of the rack. Simply just screw in. Most important, the instructions. It comes with some simplified instructions, but we'll get those in a minute. Top 4-way cover. My dandy knife. Some vampire clips. There's more in the box. 4-way base and casters. We're going to separate those. Later on in the video we can explain the differences. And then all the necessary hardware, and I will explain what the hardware means altogether, where it goes what with what. Screwdriver included. Allen wrench and bottom portion bolts included with the washer. Goes in the bottom or top portion of the display.
Now we're going to go over the hardware that is included in your box that you need to build the grid rack. You get 8 butterfly screws and clips. This is to hold the actual grid together along with the base and the top. You get 16 bolts and 16 washers. This is to hold the actual base and top together. Okay, now we're going to build the bottom portion of the grid rack. Make sure to always reference to the instructions provided to you. Base, screw with the washer, screw with the washer. Make sure you keep all the flaps up, or else you're going to have a difficult time building it. Like Frank mentioned, you don't have to tighten it up all the way. You still need that little extra play so you can be able to put the rest of the screws in. Let's go to the next one. Now on to the very last one. Here we go. And it's all done. It's a little loose right now, just gotta hand tighten it up. But this is exactly what it should look like. This is what the base looks like once it's all nice and tied up. Please keep in mind that the orientation of the actual base itself has to be the same as the instructions. In order for you to have a good looking grid rack, it's gotta be like this.
With the grid rack, they go on the bottom portion of the base, and they just simply screw in. Don't worry about adjusting them because no floor is even, so you're gonna put it down on the floor. Put it dead on. You can adjust them accordingly.
Now we're going to build the top. Remember, the top has an Elysium logo. You built it the same way as you did the bottom. Screws. Let's go to this portion. and it'll screw on to the end of the other. Make sure you follow directions as well as to where it's going. Almost done. Should look like this before tightening it up. It should have the same orientation as the base does, obviously, in order for it to fit correctly. Now let's just tighten this baby up. All done, nice and sturdy. Now we're just gonna double check with our base, making sure that we follow the instructions. We see here that the top and the bottom coincide, so that means that we are ready for the grids. So now we're gonna show you how to put the grid into place. First thing you gotta do is the orientation of the grid. You gotta make sure that the vertical aluminum is actually popping out, facing your way. This comes very important when you're putting on the arms. If you have the vertical side the long way, popping out, you won't be able to put the arms.
Those little vampire clips we were talking about earlier, well, there's a couple of them over here, so we can put it in the bottom of the base that holds the grid together. The little clips come equipped with a butterfly screw, which makes assembly really easy. Install the other butterfly clip in the bottom. The white clips are to hold the grid together. We use the supplied screwdriver that comes with the kit. I went ahead and got me a screwdriver. Makes it a little easier on my big hands. But little clip. I'm gonna put it right here. Just gonna take a close-up of how it's installed. I know it's a little hard to look at it from the distance. So it goes like this. And then you just use the screwdriver and tighten it up. The kit comes with 12. We went ahead and sent 4 more extra in case you want to reinforce it. Nice and tight. When you do the grids, remember, the wire has to be in the outside. Here's the vampire clip that holds it together. And then there's little guides right here. Now those butterfly screws I was talking about, you can see them right here with the clip. It helps to have 2 people help you assemble this. One person can do it, but it makes it a lot easier to have 2.
Now that the bottom and the middle portion are all nice and tight, we're getting ready to put the top.
Use the supplied butterfly bolts, just like the bottom. Also use them from the top. As we begin uncovering, one of the boxes has all the arms. Now, each arm has a number, and each arm is assigned to a batch of mosaics, and a packing list will be provided, or you could say a list showing you what goes with what arm. Arm just simply hooks into the grids. And usually what I like to do is, I like to take all the arms out, organize them 1 through 42, and just put them in a specific order so it's easy for me to put them all together and also keep track of what mosaic got checked out. As you uncover that mosaic box, you will notice that everything's wrapped up in arm nuts. So you have arm number 8 on here. All the mosaics covered up. Everything will have a corresponding arm. So this is arm 9. As you can see, he's trying to put them in order. Trying to. This is the part that takes the longest though. But after it's all organized, it all pays off. So each arm has the number. This is how it comes packed. Everything has arm 5 and a packing list. What arm goes with what? So on the back of the swatch card, it's going to tell you arm 9, position 1. Position 1 is always facing this arm 9. This will be down here. Very easy. In and out. This is position 2. Or position 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9. So the reason this arm is organized the way it is, let's say you were to check out one of the mosaics. Let's say this one in particular, you give it to your customer and never comes back. At least you know that. You can ask your sales representative, hey, I'm missing on grid arm 9, position 2, Jewel Series Diamond, and we can ship you a replacement right away.
Right, so when you receive the grid rack, you're going to receive a total of 5 boxes, each one pertaining a certain number of grid racks. For example, box number 1 is going to hold swatches 1 through 10. Each arm has its own little bundle, and we also numbered it for you so you're not guessing which one it is on the back. So this one's obviously going to go on arm 1, number 1. Box number 2 holds swatches 11 through 20. Number 3 is holding grid arms 21 through 30. Box number 4 is holding grid arms 31 through number 40. And the 5th box is going to hold grid arm 41 all the way up to 44. And just remember, we do have a couple of extra grid arms that we are going to be sending at a later time with newer mosaics. So this is the final grid rack. As you can see, we got 4 different arms, 3 sections, so you'll be able to hold a total of 12 arms per side. Each one is filled up. Holes are pretty big for you to be able to pull out with ease and pull back in, saving you a lot of time. Even if you try to go all the way to the back, it's a whole lot easier than having to pull every single mosaic off at once. So again, please, if you could save these, it'll come in handy, because if a customer does check one out, just go off of the list. You'll be able to see which one your customer checked out. Ask us which one you need, and we'll be able to send you a swatch right away. Again, this is very important for inventory purposes for you and us, so we can be able to work together as a team. If you need one, please email your individual rep so we can be able to get one out to you as soon as possible. Thank you.